Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Broku. Welcome back to another video. We're going to talk about the latest Black Clover chapter, chapter 215. And so, basically, there will, of course, be manga spoilers because I'm talking about the new chapter. So, I'm going to leave a link down below to go read the chapter on Viz, which will come out Sunday. And also, if you do enjoy this video, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. But anyways, basically, in the beginning of the chapter, well, actually, before I can do it, I'm going to say I'm not going to be using very many panels, just because I'm trying to avoid false copyright strikes from Shueisha, because obviously what happens, it has happened to me several times, is I do these chapter reviews, I include just a few panels, and then they false copyright strike me, and then I have to, wait weeks or whatever until they remove the strike, which is weird because they only do this when the chapter first comes out, but once the chapter's been out for like a week, they never copyright strike. So just that's why I don't use many images. I might use some, but just letting you know, don't really have the patience to deal with false copyright strikes from these companies. So that's why I'll be not using very many images. But anyways, Julius is back, and Yami is pretty much confused about it. And kind of acts a bit, not really angry, but just like, he's like, dude, I already gave you my goodbyes and my wishes. You already gave me the duty to protect the country, and now you're back. But of course, Yami is also really happy that Julius is back because Yami loves Julius. Now, William is not getting any terrible punishment. Julius just says that he's gonna have to be busy helping the kingdom, and he won't have free time. That's it. Honestly, Julius should have had to maybe even been tortured and spend prison time before he gets the chance to just having his grimoire again and protecting and doing things for the country based on what he did. Now, guys, I'm doing a video next week of really how bad William is, what are the crimes he did, how bad they were, and honestly, based on all the information, William is worse than Patri. William is more of a criminal and more evil than Patri. So I'll give you guys my argument in that video. But anyways, what happened was Julius found a magic item that was named after Sakurai's last name, Swallowtail. And what he did was he basically fed magic from it and put that magic into the mark on his head, which is the rune of life, the star of life. Now, Julius didn't exactly know what would happen, but now Julius is only 13 years old with much weaker magic and only one page in his grimoire. So he's basically saying he's not nearly strong enough to be the Wizard King anymore. Now, there are weird things with how some parts of the chapter is worded, mainly with this one statement. So I'm going to read the two different translations real quick. So this is the translations from Gemini's box. It's probably safe to say that the battle has weakened the influence of the nobles who believe the country's leader should be nobility. And then from Manga Stream it says, so the fact that I'm weaker in battle now goes without saying, but now my influence on the nobles, who are the absolute authority in our kingdom, has also weakened. So those are pretty vague statements. It almost makes me think that maybe the nobles choose the Wizard King, but also the nobles shouldn't have the absolute authority. That should go to the royals, and more specifically the king, not the nobles. Royals are basically royal blood, and nobles are just they're basically the elites. They're the rich, but they're just not royals. Now, nobles are still very powerful in a monarch society because there are more nobles than royals, and oftentimes they will have more money pooled together than the royals do. So they are powerful, and they should be an authority, but they should not be the absolute authority. So that's why we'll have to probably wait until the official translations come out to get a better grasp of what that really means. Alright, so basically, what Julius says is three things are going to happen. One, he's talking about the nobles, and there's going to need a new Wizard King. Number two, the kingdom will be invaded soon. Or three, Asta will die. Or he says both. And what's the really interesting thing here is the way it's worded, is it doesn't really say that it's going to be invaded. It says overthrown. So we have the chance here that, one, the kingdom will be overthrown, not just invaded and, defeated, overthrown, or two, Asta will die, or both. So in these scenarios, the only bad can happen here. Either the Clover Kingdom is destroyed but Asta survives, or the Clover Kingdom survives and Asta dies, or both. Now, that's the end of the chapter. I thought it was a good chapter. Really liked it. It kind of did slow down the pace a bit, and we got to see Julius talk again for the first time in a while. But anyways, let's talk about Asta's death first. Asta will not die in the permanent death sense. He's not going to be like dead and not a character anymore. And that is if we are to believe Tabata's prior statement to be true, whereas the Elf Invasion arc was just the first overall arc. So the first 215 chapters is just the first arc and is arc 1 of arc 3. If that is still the plan, there is no way that Asta can actually permanently die soon. He's the main character. What honestly could happen is if he dies, and sort of it's kind of like a Goku thing, where he's in the other world training. And that could really actually make sense if Asta dies and goes to Valhalla or Folkvanger. Now, Valhalla is a realm in Norse mythology where the great warriors, when they die, they get picked up by a Valkyrie and taken to this great hall. It's Odin's hall in Asgard called Valhalla. And basically what you do is every day you get resurrected, you fight and train all day, and then at night you drink the mead of the gods and eat great food, and then you repeat over and over and over again until Ragnarok happens. Also, Folkvanger is kind of similar, except that is Freya's thing. Basically, half of the great warriors who die, half go to Valhalla, half go to Folkvanger. So that could be two possible realms where Asta might go to if he does die, which means we might have an arc or a few arcs where Asta is dead and is training with new characters in a different world, whereas our other characters are alive and trying to cope and live and move on in a world without Asta and without Asta's anti-magic. This means that if Asta does go to Valhalla, he might be trained by gods or great warriors like the former Wizard King Lumiere, or maybe even other Wizard Kings, and maybe even better, training with Licht since they both shared the same grimoire. In a world of magic, with magic stones and forbidden magic, Asta's death would not have to be permanent, so I don't really know. Honestly, I'd almost say the Clover Kingdom might just get overrun instead of Asta dying. I don't want a lot of resurrections in this series, like we've had Julius back. I don't know if I want Asta to die and have him come back. Don't really know what I think about that one. So this goes to the next question. Who is invading? It's not going to be the Heart, because the Heart Kingdom is the Clover allies. Now, Asta immediately thinks the Diamond Kingdom, but I think Spade is the best bet, so we can save Diamond for later, because Diamond probably has dwarves, and, you know, Morris would be cool, maybe sort of a quasi-final boss, or the second to last boss before the Devil's return. Although, if the dwarves are in the Diamond, that might be more likely just because it was just set up towards the end of this arc about the dwarves, with Charmy being half-dwarf. Could be both, though. Diamond and Spade might team up together to separate the conquered territory of the Clover Kingdom. And that might mean Heart come to the aid of the Clover Kingdom. We might meet some cool new characters, and hopefully we'll get to see some Vikings from the Spade Kingdom, and see maybe if they will be Vikings in the Spade Kingdom. I really would like that. Now, Segas Device, which is what Julius used to store the mana into the Rune of Life. If it was still intact or put back together, that means that, well, first, just remember, this magic device can steal mana and give it to other people. This magic device was used in the Forsaken Realm by Haj. This magic device was destroyed, and honestly, partially looks like it has been pieced back together. And also, number 3, if this is in Haj, this could be a way for Asta and Yuno to explain their stories. Maybe what happened was, is Asta touched this device, and it stole all of his mana. Then when Yuno touched it, it gifted Asta's mana to Yuno, explaining why Asta has no mana, and Yuno, a commoner, has a lot of mana. Now, one thing, guys, is what the hell is up with William? William is like crying now, and people are defending him. Like I said, I have to do a video on William next week. There are way too many William defenders. Now, if you like William, that's fine, because honestly, I kind of like William as a character too. But defending his actions, there are people who legitimately think that William right now should be the Wizard King. And that's a no. That's a fat bruh no. William is a traitor. That doesn't excuse what William did. Yeah, Julius, he kind of let it happen a bit because he had an inkling he thought that William might possibly be the traitor. But that doesn't excuse what William did just because Julius overlooked it. William's a traitor. And honestly, this just shows that, yeah, the Clover Kingdom is not going to progress because Julius You're using your noble status to basically not let another noble and William pay for his crimes with punishment. Julius, a noble, is looking at William and not saying, oh, he needs to serve more crimes, serve more time, get punished more. Because Yami, he agrees with a lot of us that, yeah, why are you not being as harsh on William as you need to be? It's because this is a noble to noble, father figure to son figure thing. This is just privilege right here. That William is not getting fucked over. Or, not getting fucked over, because he's the one who fucked everybody over. He needs to get his own. He needs to get it hit right back to him. He needs to get his grimoire taken away. He needs to get tortured, beat up, serve time in prison, and then, basically, should do what Julius said. Where you help the country so much, you have no free time. That's what it should be. Not that William doesn't have to serve any time for his punishment, for his crimes. He just should get... I don't like it. But one thing is, there's nothing really to fear of William right now, because he did rededicate his grimoire to Julius in the kingdom, and Yami was there for that. And with Ki, he can tell when people are lying. So William is not lying that he's rededicating his grimoire to Julius in the kingdom. But basically, guys, that's really it for the chapter. Some cool stuff. Unfortunately, no chapter next week, so we're going to have to wait 2 weeks, unfortunately. So they leave us on a cliffhanger. Oh, the Clover Kingdom is going to be getting invaded soon. And then, oh, Asta might be dying soon. And now I have to wait 2 weeks to see what happens. So, no chapter review next week, unless if for some reason the information was wrong. But I'm excited to see what happens next. Hope to see when the kingdom will be invaded. Honestly, I hope that the characters get at least a few months in preparation until they're getting invaded. But anyways, guys, that's it for the video. Let me know your thoughts down below. Please do leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Hope you guys all have an amazing day. Plus...